Hello and welcome to yet another noobreview.com quick look. I am Kieran Roycroft.
And I'm Adam Radcliffe.
And today we're looking at a little known is it indie? I suppose you can't really call it indie. It's a downloadable title called Mark of the Ninja, which is available on the Xbox Live Arcade. Now, you might be able to recognise from this lovely looking cutscene, but this is made by the guys over at Klei Entertainment who did Shank 1 and Shank 2. So you'll see a lot of similarities. Obviously they're running on the same game engine, I would imagine, as you can see from this lovely little bit of gameplay here. But this game has reviewed ridiculously well. It's got praise from pretty much everybody, scoring sort of 9 out of 10s, so that would be like, I don't know, 4.5 out of 5 from us. So it's a bit of a sleeper hit really, because I must admit, when I first heard that we were doing a video for it, I had no idea what the game was. So obviously I haven't been paying attention too much, but I obviously should have, because this game looks absolutely fascinating. It's another 2D action sort of side-scrolling game like the Shank games were, but it has some pretty interesting mechanics, doesn't it, Adam? That the Shank games didn't have.
Yes, one of which here being the light mechanics. And the fact that you can hide in the shadows to avoid being detected. Yeah,
obviously you play as a ninja, so there's more stealth elements involved. And as Adam was rightly pointing out, it's actually showing you, I think this is a tutorial of how to, the different stealth elements. There's light. There's a light and darkness stealth bit where you can destroy lights to stay out of enemies' views. I think there's also a noise mechanic, so if you make too much noise jumping about, it'll alert enemies as well.
Yes.
But I mean, I love I don't want to dwell on Shank 1 and 2 too much, but I really enjoyed those games. I thought they were brilliant. The only thing I didn't like about them was that they were a bit button mashy, weren't they? Like, yeah, you could just run through.
Whereas this is completely the opposite. This has gone in the opposite direction.
It's got a bit more meat to the bone. There's a bit more. There's more interesting stuff going on with the whole stealth thing. So, I mean, it looks gorgeous as well. They've obviously done some graphical upgrades to the Shank game engine, because this looks beautiful. Bit noir, I suppose you could call it. Very nice.
Grappling hook.
Way. Oh.
I've said it before and I'll say it again. As soon as you put some grappling hooks in a video game, instantly 10 times better. And they're ninjas, so I mean, what could possibly go wrong?
I wonder if there's a pirate boss, and then they can sort out the age-old question: who is better, pirate or ninja?
I'd imagine there is.
500 men.
That's the final boss, is a pirate. He's been behind the whole conspiracy the entire time.
Yeah, what a nasty man. Nasty pirate man. But yeah, I mean, another way in which it kind of differs from the Shank games is that Shank, like I was saying, was very button bash. It's kind of melee button bash as well, which is weird. But, you know, you had to constantly keep repeating hitting enemies. Whereas this one, if you time it right and you use your stealth correctly, you can kill anybody in one hit, apart from bosses, I think. Obviously, because that'd be pointless. But you can kill any enemy with one hit if you're good enough, I guess.
And it's much more satisfying that way as well. As opposed to just beating the crap out of them.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but it's a bit less in your face and gory, but when you do pull something off, it's like, you know, it's a bit more disgusting. It's more shocking, I guess you could say. But yeah, it looks amazing. This game does, I must admit. I'm very excited. Might pick it up. Love a bit of stealth there.
I'm very intrigued to see whether levels, like, how much more complicated they're gonna be later on.
Yeah, I'd imagine as well, because obviously you haven't got any armor or anything, and there's such an emphasis on stealth that there you go, execution right there, boom. He's dead. And there's another mechanic as well, actually, that you were talking about before we started recording. You can drag bodies and use them as traps and stuff.
Think someone's down.
Walked right past him.
Yeah.
Nice to see that if you do get spotted, you can still beat people up.
Yeah.
With your ninja skills.
But what I was alluding to before I kind of got distracted was that if you do get seen and you get shot, you will take a lot of damage very quickly. So, but it does sport some really good AI as well, because obviously dropping the bot, as you can see there, he dropped a body down the thing, and the guy was like, oh, you know, kind of what's the word I'm looking for? He was intimidated and started shooting all over the place, trying to see where he was going to get attacked from.
Could have killed one of his own teammates doing it.
He could have done that, and that would have been very funny. But you know, ninjas, they kind of have to do it themselves in a way, don't they? They create the situation and then create chaos. Silent assassin.
Is that an enemy? He hung an enemy from the light.
Yes, he did. Well, no, it's not an enemy. It's a hostage.
Oh, poor hostage.
See a bit more stealth action there. One thing we should mention is that there are also, aside from your... Well, that was lovely. Aside from your sword attacks, there's also other ninja-y weaponry, like darts, ninja darts, and cal... What do they call them? The things you throw on the ground? Caltrops, are they called?
Yeah, that's it. Caltrops.
Something like that. I can't... I'm really uneducated, so I wouldn't know. But yeah, those come into play as well. I assume this is some sort of boss scenario, which is a very reminiscent of the Shank games as well, because you kind of got the cutscene and then you sort of dive straight back into the action.
Save your sensei.
Yeah, before he gets beat up by those very nasty men.
For centuries we have stayed hidden.
Yeah, very nice. I must admit, Shank had great cutscenes. This one equally as good. They really do animation rather well.
We will fight for our survival.
They could have their own Saturday morning cartoon.
They could. It's very yeah, and it's kind of reminiscent of, you know, like Jackie Chan Adventures and stuff, which a lot of people are probably alienating most of our audience there. But Google it and you'll see what I mean.
He will defend the clan.
Bloody hell, he looks hard, doesn't he?
I think that's the mark of the ninja.
Thank you for playing. Presented by
Noob Review.